Welcome back. You may want your Christmas tree to stay fresh and last well into the new year, but it's all too easy to wind up with a dry and potentially very dangerous tree before Santa comes down the chimney.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's just dangerous. Not very festive at all. Let's go live to Tab. She's very festive this morning.
That's right. Good morning again, Maddie and Alex. If you haven't picked out your tree yet, or if you do have your tree at home, we have some tips for you this morning to help you keep that tree fresh and green and beautiful through the Christmas holiday. And we are at Frosty's Forest, as you said, on Coffee and Brimhall to get some tips from Mike Olson. He is the owner. He's been doing this for about 10 years, well, many more years as a young person, but he's an expert. That's what we're considering him this morning. So first and foremost, if you haven't picked out your tree, what do you need to do? How can you check if a tree is fresh?
Well, anytime you're looking for a Christmas tree, you could pull on your needles, kind of grab your the branches here. You can see that everything's staying on there. You could bend them a little bit, make sure they're not snapping and dry. You could also look for a whole bunch of brown needles. It's going to show you a sign that it's probably not fresh.
That's a great tips right there. And, you know, I'm going to let Mickey go ahead and take a look at some of these fresh trees here, give you an idea of what a fresh tree looks like for those of you watching this morning. But another important thing, too, is if you're buying a tree, is you want to get a fresh cut on the bottom of it.
Most definitely. You anywhere you get your tree, you want to make sure that you cut it before you take it home. And you want to get it in water as soon as possible. I say 30 minutes. You probably have a little bit longer. But it's just like a bouquet of flowers. When you put them in water, you're going to cut them so that way it's going to start drinking water.
Yeah, and that's also important, too. I think people forget sometimes to water or they don't understand the importance, but trees are thirsty.
Trees are very thirsty. And it's important to check that water a couple times a day the first few days because they're going to drink a lot off the get-go. And then check it once a day from there on out.
And let's talk about when you take your tree home. If you haven't placed it anywhere yet, there's a couple key tips there. Places you want to put them, places you don't want to put them.
There's some places you definitely want to avoid. People don't think about it, but a south-facing window where the sun's coming in nonstop and hammering the tree, maybe shut the blinds in the daytime and open it up at night. Heater vents. You know, if it's going to blow hot air right on there, maybe shut that vent for the season. And also fireplaces.
Yeah.
Keep it. You want to keep it so it's not dry.
Anything that can dry out your tree, not a good idea.
Bad idea.
And now people have questions about water. Should they put things in their water?
I don't. We sell all kinds of preservatives. I've heard sugar, hot water, whiskey, all kinds of ideas. I just use water.
Just give them water. They are thirsty. They need a water. And you know what? Another thing, I think sometimes people get nervous about flocking. I think they think it's more flammable, but that's not true.
That's not true. The flocking is actually flame retardant. It's actually a registered flame retardant product, so it's actually going to help your tree.
So it's one more step to making sure that your tree lasts and stays healthy and beautiful through the holiday season. Mike, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Again, Frosty's Forest, you can come on down if you have any questions about your Christmas tree, that is. They'd be glad to help you with that information. And again, they are on the corner of Coffee and Brimhall. But I showed this to you earlier, Maddie and Alex. I have to show it to you again. It's the Christmas parade tonight, and I understand that the two of you are going to get into the elvish spirit, and I'm pretty excited. So I'm giving you a little teaser, ahead of the time, getting into my elf spirit too.
Well, Tabitha, we have a very special surprise for our viewers at home because we have our own elf here.
Oh,
here he comes.
Here he comes.
There he is.
Oh my gosh.
There he is. It's Kevin. It is
the elf on the shelf.
You look just like him, Tab.
Yeah, I love it.
Pretty much. So here is a preview of what we're going to look like on the Christmas parade tonight.
Yes.
On our float.
Yeah, we're all going to be decked out in elves. We're going to be working in the workshop. We've got our full outfit. I even got my socks. Look at this.
I'm going to move out of the way so we can get a full...
You got the full thing. The elf on the shelf.
Where's your jig that you were doing?
My jig? Oh.
Yeah, your elf jig. There we go.
Wait, hold on. Keep doing it.
Okay.
Keep doing it. You hear the bells?
He jingles.
I got the bell. Yeah,
right here.
So it's going to be fun at the Christmas parade tonight.
Oh,
and
man.
Better yet, the weather's going to be perfect. So
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
come out.
All right.
All right.
We'll have your parade.